Taco Bell is the latest restaurant chain to say it is committing to reducing antibiotics in its meat. The chain saying it plans to reduce antibiotics, specifically those important to human health, by 25% in the majority of its beef supply by 2025. Taco Bell has already made that change to their chicken supply. The World Health Organization saying overusing antibiotics in animals can lead to dangerous antibiotic-resistant bacteria. Taco Bell isn't the only fast food company working to reduce antibiotics in its supply chain. McDonald's also announced a plan to reduce the use of antibiotics in its beef late last year.
This is a call for an uprising. Welcome to today's show. In this day and age, I think one of the important things about having the internet, even though obviously there's a lot of distractions, there's a lot of crap out there, people consider this channel crap and the information I give crap, but it's a platform where people can express themselves, interact with each other, and learn things that they normally wouldn't learn. And there's been a massive increase in pushback from the public, and when people push back, it really does have an effect on what these big corporations do. And one of the big pushbacks we've seen so far is from people who are becoming advocates and testing food for chemicals, for bacteria, things like that. And people have been pushing back against fast food chains for putting antibiotics in food. Yes, antibiotics in food, which cause serious health issues for us, the humans who consume it. Now, I know people out there will be like, well, I don't eat that kind of crap or anything. But you got to always keep in mind, I mean, even if you're someone who eats completely healthy and you're on a road trip, you're on a cross-country trip, you're traveling somewhere, there's going to be times where you might end up putting some of this type of crap in your body. And the fact that Taco Bell and all these Burger King, McDonald's, are all committing to reducing antibiotics in its beef is something that should raise further awareness. People shouldn't just go, okay, so the pushback is they're finally saying that they're going to reduce the antibiotics in the beef because people are testing it. People are having a problem with it because they don't want to lose any sales. But then you wonder why people don't seem to care so much about the weed killer and those other things that are put in the food, or overall why the FDA approves these things being put in food in the first place when they know it's a danger to us. You think it would start opening things in people's heads where they go, there's something going on here. They want us to be sick. They want us to be fat. They want us to be worn down. They want us to be exhausted. And the funniest thing about this, where Taco Bell has now come out and said they're going to reduce the amount of antibiotics, as if any should be in there at all, in their beef products by 25%. But not until the year 2025, which is in 6 years. How about doing it now? How about doing it today? Would that be too much to ask? Since it's harmful to humans, shouldn't this be shut down? Shouldn't all of these chains be shut down when people test what's really in it? And I get it, most of the meat isn't real meat. We know what's in the meat anyway, right? Soylent Green, in other words. But Taco Bell has even admitted that they don't control its beef supply. How does somebody like Taco Bell not control their beef supply? How do they not? They can't account for where the beef's coming from? Are you kidding me? It's Taco Bell. So they're saying by 2025, Taco Bell plans to reduce antibiotics, specifically those important to human health. Well, thank you. That's so kind of you. In the majority of its beef supply, overusing antibiotics in animals can lead to antibiotic-resistant bacteria that pose risks to human life. Like if this was somebody's restaurant and you did a pop-up restaurant and they found that there was antibiotics in your meat and it was causing a threat to human life, somebody would be able not only to sue you, but shut your whole operation down like that. So not only are they not shutting Taco Bell down and shutting, Burger King and McDonald's down or any of these places down, they're just going, oh, okay, well, we're going to try to reduce the risk of this. We're not sure where it's coming from, and people will keep consuming this type of stuff. And the unfortunate part is because it's constantly everywhere, right? I mean, it's like you're on the highway, you're driving cross country, you're in the middle of nowhere. The only place you'll see to eat is Taco Bell or McDonald's. There's never an option. They'll go, well, we have a healthy menu. Oh, yeah, that's not covered in pesticides and all types of chemicals and antibiotics. They probably put it in the salads too. Well, if they put it in the beef and they put it in the chicken, you get a chicken Caesar salad from one of these places, you're getting exactly the same thing. So essentially, we're sending a supportive signal to the industry, said Taco Bell's manager of global nutrition. Can you believe there's even a job for a Taco Bell manager of global nutrition? There is zero nutrition in any of these fast food places. No matter, even if they take the antibiotics out, this is still poisoning your body. She said 25% is an aspirational figure, but one Taco Bell can meet. It's a modest goal in considering that Taco Bell was able to eliminate the use of antibiotics important to human health in its chicken in 2017. But chicken is a lot easier, they said, because they tend to spend their whole lives in one place. That means the animals have just one handler, she said. I wonder if Taco Bell's manager of global nutrition, of her personal handler, because you're only getting a position like that if you have a handler above you, is calling the shots on this. They say Taco Bell is not alone in the efforts to reduce antibiotics in its supply chain. Late last year, McDonald's announced a plan to reduce the use of antibiotics in its beef, according to reports. The change followed a 2018 scorecard released by the Natural Resources Defense Council and its partners, which found that most popular burger chains, including McDonald's and Burger King and Sonic, earned an F when it came to efforts to reduce antibiotics in their beef supply. Only Shake Shack and BurgerFi scored an A rating for sourcing their beef from farmers who don't use antibiotics. Lena Brooke of the NRDC's Directive Food Campaign said in a statement that Taco Bell's commitment leaves significant room for improvement because it doesn't include a plan to use third-party verification of its goals. Exactly. So if they're not sourcing or aware of where the beef's coming from, how would they be controlling it? But she added, it's a move in the right direction and shows the pressure is on for competitors to take action. Some chains such as Chipotle and Panera have performed well in earlier versions of the NRDC reports, which included non-burger fast food chains more likely to sell chicken. So, sure, there's pushback from people because people are, getting concerned. We'll never know, really, if they reduce this stuff unless, consumers continue to, take the beef and examine it and do stuff like that. But you would just think that maybe people would go above that and be suspicious of how the FDA and all these food regulators allow these places to serve something like this to human beings when they know it's dangerous for our health. That's like, it's mind-blowing. It's mind-blowing. Yeah, I know. Obviously, a common person would be like, well, we know Taco Bell's not good for you. We know McDonald's not good for you. Well, it's a lot different knowing that there's antibiotics in the beef than just saying, well, we know it's not good for you. It might make you fat. We're talking like serious health problems from this type of stuff. So it shouldn't be regulated. Our government shouldn't be allowing them to be such a monopoly and conglomerate in this country where they're forcing this down everyone's throat and they're pretty much making it exclusively available everywhere, right? There's a McDonald's like within every five. I would be the only thing that there's probably more of than McDonald's are Freemason lodges, but it's like neck and neck. There's probably maybe even more McDonald's, to be honest, right? Every town has a McDonald's situated in it. Every town. And you think maybe people would start being more concerned, and hopefully this does lead to that. Hopefully, because people always ask me, like, what's something that could lead to an awakening? How can I wake up my family members? Well, little things like this should make people think bigger and just go, well, why? Well, why? Well, why? Why is it approved? Because a regular person who had a restaurant in a small town will be shut down. If Gordon Ramsay showed up and found that there was antibiotics in the beef, the place would be shut down, right? On those kitchen shows where they go into the restaurants and they examine the food conditions and they always shut the restaurants down. Well, this would be no different. But they go, well, by 2025, hopefully it's reduced. And people are like, oh, okay. Well, time for me to go have a burrito. And another thing Taco Bell and Chipotle should be focusing on is maybe including Imodium in every meal, right? On the side, a little packet of Imodium. Maybe the same for McDonald's. Ugh. But this is just the way that this world continues to operate. They continue to get caught doing stuff like this. And even when people push back, and it's good that people push back because they do at least claim that they're going to make changes, it should open up a huge awakening in their minds of going, why in the world are they doing that? Why are we allowing that, and why are they doing it? Because they want to continue to make us sick, right? They want to continue to poison our foods, dumb us down, give us health problems. Everybody's on some type of medication for some type of illness. Everybody's got anxiety. Everybody's got depression issues, panic attacks, all these things that aren't normal. They've made normal. They're like, no, that's just normal to have that. Everybody has it. Why does everyone have it? Well, because they're getting chemical baths from the sky. They're getting chemicals in all the food that they eat. They're getting vaccinated. There's 5G towers, and it's just incredible how they are controlling the human race. So these nasty fast food chains, of course, caught with their hand in the cookie jar of poisoning people's bodies. but they just get a little, hey, we'll take care of that, and that's the end of the story. Okay, that's great. I'm glad that they're taking notice. Good thing by Taco Bell. Instead of going, shut them all down, don't give this out to humans if you know it's bad for their health. What a joke America is becoming. I thank you for listening to today's show. Try your best to stay clear of these places. They are just going to continue to poison your body. Thank you again. God bless all you.